Man, it's been an interesting, 2024. It's been interesting. 2025 is already starting out. Really interesting. Today, watched the inauguration of President Trump, number 47th president, 45, 47, 47, 45, 47. Glad he's back. I'm hoping he does his thing, man. But let's get to some very serious business. I would like to give Trump a lot of thanks here. Remember, man, priorities. Just remember, man, priorities. We have to make sure that we take care of business as a country. Okay. And first order of business right here, man. Glad he took care of it because there was a lot of people in shambles. There was a lot of people in shambles. So thank you, Donald Trump, for taking care of business here.
And as of today, TikTok is back. So, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it. I had a slightly good experience, wouldn't you say? Romney lost it by 40 points. Not so long ago, we won it by 36 points. That's a very big spread. But I said we need to save TikTok because we're talking about a tremendous... Who in this audience goes with TikTok? Many? Yeah, very popular. And frankly, we have no choice. We have to save it. A lot of jobs. We don't want to give our business to China. We don't want to give our business to other people. And I said, TikTok without my approval, meaning the president's approval, because Congress gave the president the right to make a deal, do whatever he wants. And they did that a long time ago when they had a different president. They didn't know that I was going to be the president, I guess. So I said, very simply, a joint venture. So if TikTok is worth nothing, zero, without an approval, if you don't approve, they're out of business, they're worth nothing. If you do approve, they're worth like $1 trillion. They're worth some crazy number. So I said, I'll approve, but let the United States of America own 50% of TikTok. I'm approving on behalf of the United States. So they'll have a partner, the United States, and they'll have a lot of bidders, and the United States will do what we call a joint venture. And there's no risk. We're not putting up any money. All we're doing is giving them the approval, without which they don't have anything. So I don't know. It sounds like that works. What do you think? Good? So whether you like TikTok or not, we're going to make a lot of money.
So President Trump says TikTok. I personally am grateful. You hear the reason why they're trying to ban TikTok, right? And it seems like I won't go into great detail, but from following the story, it seems like there's been a lot of measures that have been put in place in order to, make TikTok more secure from what I understand, but I guess it's not enough. So I guess TikTok USA is a separate entity that's owned by ByteDance out of China. So I don't know. A lot of people believe that this is a way to censor TikTok, to take away freedom of speech, so on and so forth. As you know, well, maybe some of you don't know, Donald Trump was the president that initiated this in his first term. And just like all of us, we are allowed to change our mind, man. The facts change. My opinion changes. One of the things I live by, and my opinion of Donald Trump has changed because before I used to listen to mainstream media, and now when I've seen all of the things that Donald Trump has gone through, all of the all of the potholes and obstacles in this path, man. And you see that, okay, it looks like the Department of Justice is weaponized against this man. They're doing so much to keep this man down. He reminds me of GameStop and AMC. They do so much to keep these stocks down, and then it eventually wins. Eventually wins in a big way, in a mandate, in a landslide victory. That's what I'm hoping for AMC and GameStop as well. So it's the way I see it, man. TikTok, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're collecting such important data that's going to do something to the United States. I have no idea. I don't know what the difference would be with other social media platforms. I mean, they make a ton of our products. You know, it doesn't make sense, but you know, I won't dive too deep into it. All I know is I'm glad that TikTok's back. I make money. It's one of my streams of income, mainly helping other people find their brand and their identity, and then grassroots efforts to grow their brand, and I've had some success. So I'm happy about that. So I can continue making money utilizing TikTok. So let's go to this next video. We'll continue to talk about TikTok.
The Supreme Court rules that a controversial ban on TikTok can take effect. In an unsigned opinion for the court, the justices wrote in part, quote, Congress has determined that divestiture is necessary to address its well-supported national security concerns regarding TikTok's data collection practices and relationship with a foreign adversary. However, the Biden administration says it will not enforce a ban on its last day in office, instead leaving enforcement up to President-elect Trump, who in recent months vowed to save TikTok. 170 million Americans use the video sharing app. The company's CEO took to the platform earlier today to thank Trump.
We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process.
Trump met with Chew at his Mar-a-Lago club in December, and Chew is expected to be at the inauguration on Monday.
The CEO of TikTok thanks President Trump. From what I understand, this is an extension. So there hasn't been a deal set in place. So I think it sounds like they want to be in a partnership with TikTok in order to make it more safe. Who knows? I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad that President Trump is back, man. There's a lot of business that we need to get to. Freedom of speech is one, border control, and Wall Street crime. Illegal naked shorts. We need to make sure that's eradicated. We need to make sure that people who are criminals and who have stolen from America and American citizens to the tune of trillions of dollars, quite possibly quadrillions of dollars, from a couple of videos I've watched. But in that regard, I digress. And we're gonna go check out these people, man, who were in shambles. And they had a meltdown over TikTok being offline for, I think it was only 12 hours. So I did check. I think it was at midnight, and I got the error message, and then 12 hours later, it was we were welcomed back by TikTok. So glad to see it. But this is the meltdown. This is the meltdown before this is the meltdown before Donald Trump brought TikTok back. So I don't know. Maybe a lot of these people were voting for Democrats. I don't know, man. Let's take a look.
So as everyone knows, TikTok is now banned in the US. And when I posted this news the other day, the majority of you guys were happy about it, unlike a lot of the influencers having full-blown meltdowns.
Welfare check on a caller 103. RP is saying they love TikTok and is very incoherent.
When
You guys, I'm not okay. I am okay, but I'm not okay. I'm crashing out. My precious TikTok.
You know, it's funny. I'd say this is the worst thing that boomers have done to the younger generation.
I'm about to lose my job on TikTok as an influencer. I just wanted to clarify a few things. My house, I pay $2,000 a month for my house. And then I just bought a 2025 Mercedes SUV. So let's just clarify that, because you guys were wondering like what I meant by that. So in total, I pay like probably almost $10,000 in bills and food and just my lifestyle. I want to thank everyone who sent me money on Venmo. I was able to get a total of $6,000 already. Like, that's so nice. Like, no one's ever done anything like nice for me before. But yeah, guys, right now I'm really worried because if TikTok's banned, like, what are us influencers really gonna do? Like, we have nothing to go to. So I'm probably gonna sue the government because without TikTok, there is no me, there is no influencer. My bills are too high to work at McDonald's. Like, that's just not gonna ever happen. That's just not a thing.
She says, what am I going to do? I'm going to sue the government. But good luck with that. There's, get in line. Get in line, man. There's a lot of people out here who have been done wrong, man. So you should, the way I see it, man, I see it as a blessing, man. Okay. This is another way to make money. I think you should always have multiple streams of income. I don't think you should depend on one stream of income. I've learned in my lifetime that you need money coming in different ways, different streams, and make sure at the very least, man, you have like one stream of income that's your foundation consistently, like not financial advice or anything like that, or work advice, but you know, maybe you have a job and that money from that job is utilized to finance your dreams, and maybe you get into investing, whether it's investing in real estate, investing in the stock market, start an online store, online presence, you have a brand, you have a company. And that's the thing, man, when you're out here hustling and you're making money for yourself and your family and other people, other people depend on you, right? So you have multiple streams of income. You become very busy. And then you realize, okay, I have to really prioritize, and I really have to have a schedule. So my life lives off of a schedule, man. Very rarely is there any impromptu things that come up. I mean, every now and then, of course, you got some impromptu situations that come up and they have to be handled. But for the most part, I can look at my calendar, man. I don't know how many months out. I've had situations where every day for like at least 60 days, it was accounted for. Like, I had things set up, I had places to be, I had schedules, projects I was working on, and that's work. And that is business, my own personal businesses. So let's continue to hear these crash outs, man. Her last TikTok dance. Why she looks so sad?
I gotta keep it real. I am crashing the fuck out right now. I don't know what to do. Oh my god. I've already opened and closed the app probably 6 times already just to keep getting the same stupid warning message. Oh my god. Like, this just this is so dystopian. First of all, I feel pathetic that I am freaking out like this over an application being unavailable on my phone. But also, like, this has been a massive part of our life for the last 6 years. And normally when something happens, I would get on TikTok and start complaining, and I can't even do that. I feel like disconnected. I feel cut off from the world and my kids.
See, I'm seeing a lot of young people that haven't been in the work world, man, like the real work world, ain't lost a job or been part of a furlough, or a department just they get rid of your department, they get rid of your job title, the position altogether. So these people crashing out, man, they ain't never been through anything. Some of us have been through a lot of hardships, man. So TikTok leaving. I'm be honest with you, man. I wasn't worried. I probably was more worried the first time. I'm like, man, damn, they're gonna really do this now while, business is really, kind of picking up for me, man. That was what, 4 or 5 years ago, whatever the case is. So I probably was a little nervous about it then but now I wasn't nervous about it. Kid you not. In my mind, I'm like, okay, they're going to figure this out, man. This is a big business. They'll figure it out. Whether it's, I didn't think it would be this quick of a return. I thought that once President Trump was, he was sworn in, I figured then that, today or, a couple of days, it would be turned back on. But Trump went right to business, man. They took care of it. So let's get back to this person, man, who's obviously hasn't gone through any real serious work situation in his life, man. Oh, they cracked me up, man.
Community. This is crazy. This is f***ing crazy. God, and I can't, now I'm rooting for Trump? Ew! God, make America great again, I guess. God.
Please save me, Donald Trump. Please. I'm asking you. Please save me.
All right, TikTok is...
My man was praying. That'd be me when I be praying for the stock market. Please, Lord, please put it on Donald Trump's heart to get rid of these bitch ass whole ass illegal naked shorters. Please let Donald Trump fire and get rid of the SEC. They worthless anyway. I be praying to God like that. I had to say, God, please forgive me for cursing. But sometimes only a curse word would do. Lord, they some hoes. These hedge funds. These people that illegally naked short, that they're creating counterfeit shares. You and I can't create counterfeit money, but they're basically creating counterfeit money because these counterfeit shares ends in huge profits for these people. I'm going to show a video where they say, trillions, quadrillions, whatever, man.
We now know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Wall Street has stolen $100 trillion from Main Street with naked short selling.
The derivatives complex, so it gone from 100 to 700 trillion in 5 years. It's now estimated to be maybe 2 quadrillion.
I didn't even know quadrillion was actually a real word. I thought it was something I made up when I was 7.
And I recognized immediately that this was more than just naked short selling. This was all short selling. This was all stock lending and something in the background that we hadn't really looked at before, which was that in that DTC system, they simply allow trades to fail indefinitely. It's just sort of rollover, right?
This is crazy. I digress.
Available right now, law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok.
So I guess TikTok.
It only gives me an option to close the app.
Do not leave the fucking stream. Yeah, TikTok. If you leave,
guys, if you leave, you're gone.
Wait, it popped up the moment I opened my thing. They might not. How many viewers do we have? Still says the same. Oh fuck! It came up on this phone.
How many streams? How many? Guys, breaking fucking
this one has 23K.
Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch.
And to the U.S. government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never going to trust you ever again because you just like that.
Wait a minute. Who trusts the U.S. government? Oh, man, you got a lot to learn. Who trusts the U.S. government?
That took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
So I'm starting to give up hope that there's going to be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's going to save this app.
I feel so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app. But the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me for years now. And it got me through really, really hard times in my life. The pandemic, losing my job, all of that. Getting divorced, all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff. It's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month. I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially.
Go get a job at fucking McDonald's, cause that's where you fucking belong.
It's really not fair that like they're banning TikTok, and I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen a video.
Dramatic as hell, man. It's so dramatic. So once again, these people have never really been out in the work world where they've actually lost a job. You know, they're fortunate enough to take full advantage of social media and making money off social media. So, you know, it's still a relatively new way to earn income. But man, the thought of them actually going out and getting, you know, a job, a regular job, man, is killing them. They in shambles over it.
Of the girl that made the renegade dance. And I'm crying because I read a comment that was like the algorithm saying goodbye to us. And I've been noticing that a lot over the past like week. Like all the trends that came in the beginning are coming back. And it just makes me really sad because it genuinely feels like our parents just came in the middle of a school year and said, yeah, forget all your friends, forget all the hard work that you did at this school, forget everything that you did. You're going to have to start from scratch. And it sucks because it's like, it's beyond TikTok dances. It's beyond all of that. Like, we have put Black culture on a stage that everybody can appreciate. Y'all have shown me things about psychology and my family and my friends and myself that I would never learned in this lifetime. Like, I don't really know, like, and I know it sounds dramatic to say I don't know what I'm going to do without TikTok, but like, bro, I really don't know who I'm going to be without TikTok, because a large part of who I have become in the last 6 years and a large part of my growth has come from a lot of the stuff I've learned off of this app. And I really hate to say goodbye.
Bye, bitch! I have no idea how I'm gonna survive. This app was literally supposed to be my way out. So for everyone who's saying, go get a job, I am literally working. I have no more time. I work almost every day doing DoorDash, and DoorDash pays $2 a delivery. And I Instacart. I have classes Monday through Thursday in person. I have been posting on this app almost every day for 5 years, guys. I have been posting on this app 3 to 5 times every day for the last 6 months. I've made $175 on here. In 7 days on TikTok, I have made $871. There is no job that's going to even come close to that. My tuition is $7,000 a semester, and my rent is $800 every month. So no amount of working is going to get that pay, and I do not want to be in debt my entire life. I literally don't know what to do. My next step has always been to go to the poll, so when y'all see me dancing, do not say a damn thing. And the people who voted to take this app away are the people who use this app to campaign. All of their campaign posts, they posted on.
Oh, man said he gonna go to the poll. He said, don't y'all say a damn thing if y'all see me dancing on the pole, man. Hey, man. Oh, man, this dude, man, he is crashing out. This is a major crash out right here. My man is upset. Look at him. My man is upset, man. Some of these I haven't seen. So for some of these, it's the first time I've seen them, man. This guy here is the first time I've seen this one. This one is hilarious. Man said he has no choice but to go to the pole. Man, you know you want to go dance to the pole anyway. Try to use TikTok as an excuse. You want to go to the pole anyway, man. Oh my God, hilarious! This is hilarious, man. I wonder how they feel now that it was turned back on. And basically, it was shut off for 12 hours. It was almost like they just did maintenance. Like, oh, we had to do maintenance on our site. It almost is what it feels like. So I wonder how these people feel now, man. they probably are okay because they probably got a lot of engagement. That's probably what they really was looking for. I mean, I've seen some people actually turn on the waterworks, man, right when you turn the camera on, man. I've personally seen this, man, where I recorded people and they could just turn on the waterworks, man. I shout out to y'all, man. Y'all need to be in Hollywood. Y'all some actors, man. Y'all some great actors.
Here, make it make sense.
Now, the reason TikTok got banned in the US is due to national security concerns over its Chinese ownership and fears of data misuse by the Chinese government, but some people have other theories.
If TikTok being banned does not radicalize you as an American citizen, you are intentionally missing the point, because it's not about TikTok. It's the fact that Republicans and Democrats across all legislative branches can expeditiously and unanimously pull together like never before, and probably never again, to streamline legislation banning a social media app while completely ignoring everything important to us. They can't pull together to make sure my kids don't get shot while they go to school, to fix the economy, to mandate livable wages, to kick hedge funds out of single-family homes so I can afford my mortgage again. They're doing fuck all about homeowners insurance, stealing billions of dollars from Americans, and then leaving them for dead while their homes wash away in a flood or burn to the fucking ground in a fire. They, like every other country, can't pull together to outlaw the poisonous substances that are put into our food, creating an epidemic of obese, diabetic, cancerous Americans who need to lean on a healthcare system they do all the mandate in way of quality of service or cost. They won't give us free healthcare. They won't invest in infrastructure or education, but all of their efforts collectively go to banning a social media app. California is on fire. North Carolina and Tennessee washed away. New Jersey has geoplasmic orbs over it. Our kids get shot in school, and our economy is on the brink of fucking collapse. But their top priority is banning social media. That's where the effort goes.
This is Representative Michael McCall, and you may not know him, but if you're on this app, you should, because he wrote the bill to ban TikTok. But he's also done some other really interesting shit recently. So here's Mike's recent questionable activity. On March 3rd, he authored the TikTok ban bill. Then on March 22nd, he invested $150,000 in Meta. On the 26th, he invested another $150,000, and on the 28th, he invested another $150,000. So about 3 weeks after writing the TikTok ban bill, this man invested $450,000 in TikTok's competitor. Oh, and then what did he do once he saw his TikTok ban was going to be included with all the Ukraine funding? Well, on April 1st, he invested $350,000 more in Meta, followed by the 5th, where he invested that again. And then about a week later, of course, he voted yes on the bill he wrote. So within the span of 40 days, this dude wrote the TikTok ban bill, proceeded to invest $450,000 in the competitor, and then invested another $700,000, taking his total investment in Meta to $1.15 million. And then he voted yes. Now, obviously, the word most people are using here is suspicious, but the word we should be using is criminal. This man wrote the fucking bill to ban TikTok, proceeded to invest more than $1 million in its competitor, whose stock will skyrocket if TikTok actually gets banned, and then voted on the bill to ban it. Are you paying attention yet?
You don't find that suspicious?
Every other country knows it's about suppressing the free speech of its citizens.
Okay. So a lot of these are the first time I've seen it. So I want to talk about the last lady and the last gentleman who just got through talking. I think it's very interesting. Let's go back to this gentleman right here. Something that these people sound like retail investors. So you look at this. The gentleman that wrote the bill to ban TikTok, he invests his money multiple times in the competitor, which is Meta, front-running stocks. You're utilizing insider information and you're abusing your power. Because in government, you're privy to certain information. So you take that information to go ahead and line your pockets. You want to go ahead and pad your bank account. Let me go ahead and make some quick money off of this because I know what's coming. So the competitor is going to get banned. So let me go ahead and buy its competitor, Meta. See, this is why people that in government should not be investing in the stock market. It is a conflict of interest. If you have people that are able to create laws, pass laws, stop certain legislation, you have people who have privy to insider information, and they can go ahead and take that information to make millions and millions of dollars. And this is not just one side. This is both Republican and Democrats do this. We saw this with Matt Gaetz. He actually had pointed it out, and now we're seeing it more and more.
Congressman Gaetz offered to take us on a tour.
So one of the committees where people have a lot of information is the Appropriations Committee, because they can view almost any vector of government funding. And so, this is Mr. Rutherford's office. He's on the Ethics Committee and the Appropriations Committee. 152 stock trades. Stocks go through the roof. And, actually bought Raytheon stock the day that Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if every American could make money off of war.
Yeah, setting aside the whole shame and ethics questions. How many more on our hit list here?
There are a few more. I wish there were fewer on the hit list. I wish we could only stop at one or two offices, but as it turns out, energy is a sector that sees a lot of congressional stock trading.
Sure.
And we have members who are on the Energy Subcommittee of Appropriations, like Michael Guest, chairman of the Ethics Committee, and he's traded somewhere between tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars in energy stocks. He's been buying online gaming stocks and just making a killing on them. So you would think that the people that were on the Ethics Committee would be your best allies in this fight, but indeed they're some of the most prolific traders. And not only trading, but in the case of Mr. Guest, trading in an area where he has access to energy information more so than almost any other American.
And no indication that he wants to maybe slow down, pump the brakes, recognize that there might be some appearance of impropriety here.
It seems as though the pace is only accelerating.
All right.
Information. Now, if you're informed, if you know better, you do better. If you know what the criminals are up to and you shine light on them, that becomes a problem for the criminals. And now we're becoming more and more informed. We have the information. So now we see exactly what they're doing. And people are calling it out. I want to go back to, let's go back a little bit here. This lady right here. She makes a lot of great points. Her and the other gentlemen, they probably make the points that make the most sense, right? She listed off a lot of things that the government should be doing, right? But you are more focused on a social media app. There is a lot of social media apps out there, but for whatever reason, you're very, very interested in TikTok. And it's easy to say, oh, well, it's a Chinese company, so on and so forth. Okay. Most people do not believe that is the real reason. We feel like, okay, there's always an agenda. There's always an agenda. So she gave you real life situations that she feels that the government should be attacking first. And I agree with her. I think she's legit. Everybody else crying. Everybody else over there crying, man. They probably never went through real life hardships. They just sound like a bunch of people who've never had a real job before. So anyway, amen. President Trump saves TikTok. Welcome back. Welcome back, President Trump. We appreciate you saving TikTok, sir.
And as of today, TikTok is back.